He sexually assaulted one of the patients. She had Alzheimer's. Do you remember how old she was?
I do not remember, but I do know she needed to be in a nursing home and was incapacitated.
She was 93 years old. You gave him 11 months and 15 days, didn't you, for assaulting this woman?
If that is what your records show, I have no reason to disagree with that.
And he grinned, according to the news reports. Grinned at you.
Senator John Kennedy delivers a searing rebuke to a Democrat judicial nominee who struggles to justify a weak sentence in a shocking case. From exposing judicial incompetence to grilling her on legal basics and taxation, this is one Senate judiciary clash you can't afford to miss. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is straight fire. Senator John Kennedy didn't just question a judicial nominee, he dismantled her credibility in front of the entire Senate Judiciary Committee. I'm talking about Judge Wildheimer, a nominee who claims she's ready for the federal bench, yet fumbled when asked about a horrifying case. Let's dive right in.
Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Wildheimer, am I saying your name right?
You are, thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Who is Brian Labus, L-A-B-U-S? Is that name?
Brian Labus, if I am remembering,
Labus.
If I am remembering correctly, since I had 2 years in criminal, about 2,000 cases assigned to me, I believe he was the first human trafficker case we had in Montgomery County. Am I remembering that correctly, Senator?
Well, he was 25 years old. He was a nursing assistant.
Oh, that's a different case. I do recall that one. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
a nursing home. He sexually assaulted one of the patients. She had Alzheimer's. Do you remember how old she was?
I do not remember, but I do know she needed to be in a nursing home and was incapacitated.
She was 93 years old. He's 25. He gets her alone. She's got Alzheimer's. And he molests her. This meathead made bail. And because he's like a rock, only dumber, he immediately goes out and drives while smoking dope. He gets arrested. And he came before you for sentencing. Do you remember what sentence you gave him?
I do, and my recollection of the facts is slightly different. My recollection is his DUI arrest was after my sentencing, but regardless, you are correct, he had the DUI. This was a negotiated sentence in this case.
What sentence did you give him?
I do not recall the terms of the negotiation. I do remember it was a negotiated sentence, and I do have...
You gave him 11 months and 15 days, didn't you, for assaulting this woman?
If that is what your records show, I have no reason to disagree with that.
And he grinned, according to the news reports. Grinned at you. You remember that?
I do not recall that. I do have recollections of this case, and if I may, Senator, it is a case in which the Commonwealth had...
Yes, ma'am, but I don't want you to take all my time telling me about the case, because I've looked at the case. For the DUI, after this meathead assaults a 93-year-old Alzheimer's patient, you gave him 11 months and 15 days. For the DUI case, you gave him 3 days to 6 months.
Senator, the DUI was not in front of me. I was out of the criminal division by then, and I believe that went to a judge that took my cases when I was transferred to the civil division.
Senator John Kennedy once again proved why he is one of the sharpest minds in the United States Senate. In a political era saturated with doublespeak and judicial nominees who skate by on paper credentials alone, Kennedy brought what America desperately needs more of: clarity, courage, and common sense. He didn't grandstand. He didn't posture. He asked direct questions, and when the answers were evasive, inconsistent, or downright unacceptable, he pushed harder. Why? Because the stakes couldn't be higher. We're talking about lifetime judicial appointments. These aren't temp jobs. These are the people who will decide what justice looks like in this country for decades to come. And when a nominee can't remember the sentencing of a man who assaulted a 93-year-old Alzheimer's patient, or worse, tries to downplay it as just a negotiated plea, Kennedy knows something's wrong. When that same nominee can't explain basic legal doctrines with confidence or fumbles when asked what constitutes taxable income, it's not nitpicking, it's a red flag. Kennedy's line of questioning wasn't about gotchas, it was about integrity. He reminded every American watching that being a judge isn't just about having a resume, it's about having the judgment, character, and backbone to uphold the law with wisdom and conviction. In an age when too many politicians are more interested in playing to headlines or rubber-stamping their party's nominees, Kennedy stood firm. He was respectful but relentless, courteous but cutting, and above all, he was principled. This hearing should be a wake-up call, because if we're handing out robes to people who treat serious crimes like administrative paperwork, we've lost the plot. Senator Kennedy hasn't. He understands the weight of justice, and he just reminded the entire country why we need more voices like his in Washington. So whether you agree with his politics or not, one thing is undeniable. John Kennedy is doing the job every senator should be doing, speaking truth, asking hard questions, and defending the American people from those unfit to serve them from the bench.